For us as ogres, we got off curfew the second day of homecoming week. Shoulder sideways, smack it in the air. Homecoming, homecoming. Homecoming week is the best week. It's the best time to turn up. As a freshman, you will see and meet so many people. That's when the alumni come back. We just celebrate Hampton and its legacy, and everyone's at Hampton comes during that week. They have different events. They have concert. This year it was El Varner, Shike Lizzie, and Thrax from the DMV. It was okay. I love El Varner, so she did really good. They had a lot of openings. You have different parties to go to. Lots of parties, lots of parties, even during the week. So it was cool because we got off curfew that Monday night. No, Tuesday night we got off curfew, but Monday we had a meeting, right? So the meeting, everybody had a meeting, and like every freshman dorm had a meeting, guys and girls. So I would show you a clip about what happened, but they said Monday they were like, they had a tutorial. They were just talking like a bunch. You're like, okay, you need to learn how to do this. You know, just kind of do fillers. Like, make sure you do this, talking about the dorms and stuff. And the last thing she said, because the last thing she said was like, oh, and by the way, this is your last night on curfew. Everybody flipped out. I was like, what? I was like, oh my God, turn up. I was so happy. Everybody in the dorm was happy. Everybody was freaking out. We're like, we're gonna turn up all day, all night. It was great. So that Tuesday night, they had a party in the student center till like 1, or I think it was like 12. It was 12 o'clock. It was like 9 to 12, something like that. And literally, we turned up. We didn't even want to leave because we could stay. We didn't have curfew because, you know, weekdays it ends at 11, but it ended at 12. So we were just like, okay, let's turn up some more. Like, it was weird, but it was great, you know. Everyone kind of turned up. We turned up afterwards. Like, we just kind of partied around, you know. But you still have to remember, there's still school. Even though it's homecoming, turn up. A lot of teachers will be like, oh, we have a test this day, we have a test this day. I will never forget. The Friday of homecoming. My first class got canceled. My second class got canceled. And I had one more class at 4 o'clock. I was like, you know, it's gonna get canceled. I don't even care. It don't matter. But tell me why. They had a test that day and I didn't go. Like, I found out like after the class ended, so like at 5 or 6 o'clock, because I had a class at 4. At 6 o'clock, my friend texted me and was like, you didn't go to class today? I was like, no. She was like, you know they had a test? I was like, I missed a test. So even though you want to turn up, you still gotta remember school comes first. You gotta remember why you came here. But anyway, more about homecoming. Every day there's a 12 to 2. Oh, and you don't know what 12 to 2. 12 to 2 is what happens every Friday. They have a 12 to 2. They have like a little pre-party from 12 to 2 in the student center. So there'll be a DJ and they'll just be playing a whole bunch of different music. And everybody kind of like parties, you know, we kind of dance around, bobbing to the music. Some people be sitting down, some of us will be dancing, you know, it'll be fun. And most of the time, a lot of the fraternities and sororities do their strolls and stuff in the middle, depending on the song that comes on. So 12 to 2s, they're fun. So during homecoming, it's a 12 to 2 every single day of the week. So everybody wants to look, 12 to 2, everybody wants to look good. Even like if it's not alumni week or homecoming week, 12 to 2, you gotta look good. well, not, you don't have to look good, but most people want to look good for 12 to 2. So I try to look good every now and then. But hey, if I don't feel like going, I don't feel like going. I'll wear sweats. I don't even care. I'm not about that life. I mean, I can look cute, but I'm not gonna look cute for somebody else. I'm gonna look cute for me. Okay. Yeah, 12 to 2s are good. But homecoming. So the homecoming, that my first homecoming experience was great. It had its ups and downs, you know. We got off curfew, which is great. Had those 12 to 2s every day, but you know, I had classes. Some classes will get canceled. Maybe all your classes will get canceled, especially towards the end of the week. Ah, tear it again. Getting laundry. The struggle. Oh, my clothes are done. Okay, cool. The struggle is real. Good night. Let's see. Yeah. And then on Friday, they had a like 10 to 6 or like a 12 to 5 or something like that. It was like the whole day. And that's when like not just like you have 12 to 2 or like the party, but that's Friday is when like all the different there's different like tents outside the student center. They hand out food. They have like selling t-shirts, selling like everything Hampton could think of, like anything Hampton, like even the fraternity sororities, they have like shirts and hoodies and jackets. Like it's I think it's called a bazaar or something, but it's everything is lit. Everything is lit. One of my friends told me that. It was really funny. Everything is lit on homecoming week. Even the first night, Sunday night, was a bonfire. The bonfire, it was not big of a bonfire. It was kind of like a small little bonfire. But that night, we went to the convocation center outside, like the parking lot. They had a DJ booth. They had lights and everything. It was like a party outside with the bonfire, and we were all just turning up, having fun. They even crowd surfed. Like, I'll show you a video. They crowd surfed, and that wasn't good. You're not supposed to crowd surf. But like, everybody was so turned. It was a great way to start off the week. But for me, it kind of went downhill. Cause, okay, Friday night, they had a party. Okay, there were different parties. So this year they had, well, for people under 18, there's like parties for people that are 21 and older, parties for like alumni, and then there's parties for like people that are under 21, like me. So Friday night they had a cabin party. It's called Nightmare on Elm Street or something like that. And that was at the complex. Yeah, so the complex, somewhere in Portsmouth. And you had to take a shuttle. So they have shuttles for people that for the parties. And the party was great. It was really fun. But sometimes you just have to think about like how to get there. And you know, I didn't know like all about the shuttle until like, I got there. When I got there, let me tell you, those shuttles are not a joke. They hold like 50 people, but the tickets they sold it to like a lot of people, and you know all those people weren't going to fit on their shuttles. So a lot of people were like, okay, I'm gonna take the shuttle. I'm gonna take the shuttle. So I get to the shuttle and it's like packed. Everybody wants to get on that shuttle. There were 3 shuttles, but there was like 200 people. Literally, I couldn't count. There was like 200 people trying to get on those shuttles. People were like running to the shuttles. Some people were like pushing people to get on those shuttles. It was crazy. So I ended up not even getting on a shuttle. We ended up, luckily we found a friend. Me and my friend, we got another friend and they took us there. And then we had to try to find our way back. It's scary, you know, trying to figure out like how I'm gonna get home from the party. But, you know, luckily God was on my side. He worked it out. We had this thing called Uber. I didn't know what Uber was until that night, because after the party, the shuttles left, and they left early too. Like the party was from like, I'm gonna say 9 to like 1, something like that. But the party ended at like 12, and then the shuttle was gone by like 12:05, maybe even like 12 on the dot. So people had to leave early. Like those shuttles are not a joke, because I think like the shuttle, like the whole shuttle company closes at 1 a.m. so they can't, something like that. I may be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But there's like a certain time frame the shuttles can have. So if it passed, they have to try to leave early so they can make that time frame or something like that. But literally, like after the party, half, like most of the majority of the people were like trying to figure out how to get home. Like they could take a cab, but the cabs are so expensive. They're so expensive. And Uber, luckily, Uber, the app, if you don't know what Uber is, look it up. I'll tell you right now. Uber is like a cab service, but it's a lot cheaper. And all you do is you get the app, you find a location where you are, and just like you click like Uber me your Uber account or something. You make an Uber account, and then you find a location, and then you just like, I don't remember, but you have to like set it up some way, and it just says like if you need a ride, just click the some button. It says get a ride. So then the best part of Uber is they tell you when they're on the way. You can call and contact the driver. They tell you the person that's driving and the type of car it is, so that way you'll know. And you can split it. It's all on like credit card though. You can't use cash. You can split the price within your friends. You can yeah. So like it's linked. It's really good. And they also have LinkedIn or links, something like that. That's another one. So there's different ways you can get home. You just gotta figure out the cheapest way, because the college struggle is real. The struggle is real. Like I didn't even know the college struggle was real until I got here. I was like, now I understand what people are talking about. Yeah. But homecoming, same thing happened for the next Saturday, that Saturday. So Friday was nightmare, and then that party, and then Saturday there were a bunch of other parties. I think there's 2 parties on the same night for people that are under 21. It was Black Hollywood and Uncut. So every year the names are different, but they're 2 different like I don't know what you call it. Like 2 different companies or 2 different like management, marketing slash like hypeness. I'm trying to figure it out. There's 2 different parties for 2 different people that coordinate the parties, and they're 2 different names. So I ended up going to Black Hollywood, and it was fun. And some people went to Uncut, and a lot of stuff went down at Uncut, unfortunately. But you just got to be careful about what you hear and what you do and what you say at parties, because some things can be taken away out of proportion. Especially if people are drunk and stuff. It's crazy. So you just gotta always be aware. At parties, at friends' house, like you gotta realize you don't know a lot of people here. Like when you get to Hampton, you can't really trust a lot of people. Cause at this point, like I made friends, but in the beginning, nobody's your friend. They're all acquaintances. All acquaintances. Until you like legit get to know them.